All right, thanks to Lou Gentile, the head of the Beaver County Democratic Party, for giving your Pratte Pack an invite tonight. We're at St. Francis Cabrini, where the Democrats just held their amazing dinner. Got here in time to talk to the candidates, and we're going to talk about a matter of the heart, what I believe to be the issues of this upcoming election. State Representative Rob Matsey is here, along with State Representative Jared Gibbons. And yes, this woman who wants to be your congresswoman, she is Erin McClellan, and of course running for State Representative Mike Rossi. Mike, we begin with you. You know, earlier today when I finished at KDK, I came home through Hopewell, had to make the detour through Plan 12. And I saw a number of families just doing what they do on a Saturday afternoon. And I thought, you know what, let's talk about them and what we can do to help them resume some sort of fiscal sanity by putting the middle class back to work and life-sustaining jobs. What does your campaign bring to the table?
Brings hope, definitely brings a lot of hope. This area needs to come back. We got the shell of the cracker plant coming in, and it's our responsibility as legislatures to make sure that that happens, to make sure that we bring good middle-class jobs, that we good union jobs, working-class jobs, all the ancillary businesses around it. That's our job to make sure that this cracker plant gets off and it revitalizes the area in Beaver County.
You know, I have talked many times to Jarrett and to Rob about what they're doing at the state level, but I've said you're only as good as what's getting done on the national level, and sometimes it can be a little difficult because you become a droplet of water in the ocean, because there's a lot of places throughout the country who are dealing with the same issues. So Erin, if elected to Congress, how can you work with state and local government to get some of the major issues and stumbling blocks accomplished?
Yeah, I wanna start back with what Congress used to look like when a congressperson was actually invested in the community. They didn't just go to Washington and vote and bail. I want to hire a grant writer out of the congressional office so we can start writing grants to do a countywide drug task force in each county. I want to start doing a lot of drug prevention and work there. And I want to start getting first responders more resources that they need. And I definitely want to do more town halls, more work on the ground, bring businesses in. It's really hard to do that with the drug problem, but I started a business in my own private life, and I want to do that for Beaver County. We want to get more rehabilitation services in, and I just want to do a lot more work on the ground and get back to the good old days when a congressional leader was in the community, really interacting with people, identifying their problems, and looking for answers in their own backyard and not just in Washington.
You know, some of the national issues are the same as far as the presidential race. You look at Hillary Clinton, it's about children, it's about health care, it's about jobs. Katie McGinty, who's running on the Democratic ticket for U.S. Senate, she too really trying to spearhead a lot of the same issues. Coming up Monday night on KDK after the Allegheny Health Network program Medical Frontiers, the debate between Pat Toomey, the incumbent, who at last report leading by about a percentage point against the challenger Katie McGinty. And then the third and final presidential debate will be on CBS Radio, of course, and KDKA Wednesday night at 9 Eastern. Chris Wallace of Fox News, the anchor, they're going to be at University of Nevada, Las Vegas. It will be Hillary and Clinton and Donald Trump one more time. Jarrett, you and I have talked many times, and you have already stimulated a lot of jobs. You've helped this region in a big way, but I know the job's not done. What's next as far as you, if you get reelected to another term?
Well, Rob, we're going to continue our fight. I mean, we have a lot of work to get done. I've been happy to work towards our downtowns. And Rob, you've been to my downtown in Elwood City. It's a great community. It's the community I grew up in, an old steel town where we've really worked hard to bring it back. People want to see a strong downtown. I mean, we have some great things happening. We've helped bring the Shell cracker plant in, 6,000 construction jobs, 600 permanent jobs. That's going to be good for us, and certainly it's going to be great for our region, but we need to take advantage of the next steps of that, which is going to be helping to build the small businesses that are going to serve that. It's going to be serving the downtowns where people are going to shop. We need to make sure that we continue to do that. I mean, we just seen some great growth in New Brighton. We had the Standard Horsetail Corporation Company. We just got them a grant to add about 30 more jobs. And Zillionople, we just saw actually it's in Franklin Township though, is the Zillionople Airport, where they're going to add 60 new jobs by expanding the airport there. So we've got some great things happening with jobs, but we've got more things that need to get done. Jobs are certainly the focus, but the other one is property taxes. We got to make sure that our seniors and our working families can stay in their homes. We need to fund our schools adequately so that property taxes don't keep going through the roof. It's a job that we have to do in Harrisburg. And the last thing we really got to do is we got to help take care of the number one health crisis in our nation, opioid addiction. This is a health problem. We need to get treatment. We need to take care of this. These are the things that I know I want to do for our community when I'm reelected.
You know, and Rob Matsey's always thought outside the box as far as creating jobs to help stimulate the economy, but also build strong mind and character of people of all generations. And more importantly, idle time can cause a lot of problems in the workforce, but it can cause even more problems at home. And that's one of the reasons why we're dealing with such a problem when it comes to the opium epidemic. And we have talked to Lou Gentile, who's the head of the Beaver County Democratic Party, CSI investigator, 25 years on the Pennsylvania State Police, former DEA, of course, head in Pennsylvania. You've got to get people back to work. And Rob Massey, whose home office is in Ambridge, understands that that next generation, they need a place to go if and when they get out of high school and decide that college may not be the answer. We've got a lot of great trade schools in this region, and of course, some wonderful places that are offering all sorts of degrees, like the Community College of Beaver County and Penn State Beaver. Rob, how much do those two places mean to the future of Beaver County?
Well, they mean everything, really. Workforce development is key, from bottom up. And we talk a lot about K through 12, but those kids need to understand that they have opportunity. Not everybody has to go to a four-year college to be successful. There are a lot of plumbers that are millionaires. There are a lot of people that have that opportunity and then become the owner of said company or getting into the trades. We've got an aging workforce as well. So from a retention perspective of the jobs that are currently in existence in southwestern Pennsylvania, we need to ensure that these kids have that opportunity, know that opportunity is there. Because taking care of that opioid addiction that we've talked about extensively, it's not a buzzword. It shouldn't just come around at election time. It's something we need to hold near and dear to our hearts and really work at policies that make sense. And with policies that make sense is opportunity. When opportunities create themselves, it takes care of what you said in the open. No idle time. Then that opportunity takes care of that opioid addiction problem to a degree. So we need to look at everything from bottom up, but educational opportunities are there. 2-year associate's degree, the trades, etc. for kids to have that opportunity to stay right here in southwest Pennsylvania.
All right, just a couple of more of those before we go. Aaron, you've been all over this district, and one of the things that I've stressed to people, and I'm sure Mike will agree, and Jared will agree, and Rob will agree, and I get rather upset when they start painting a picture of Aliquippa and Beaver County as far as drug-infested and gloom and doom. This is something that spares no race, no religion. It doesn't matter who you are, your status as far as your financial stability, as far as how many zeros you have at the end of your name and your financial portfolio. This is destroying America, and we need to work together to clean up not just our neighborhoods, but this entire region. So this is an issue that everybody is facing, right?
Absolutely. Western Pennsylvania was labeled one of the top 25 worst heroin problems in the country by the Office of National Drug Control Policy. And it's not isolated to any one race, any gender, any socioeconomic status. This thing's gotten a hold of everybody, and it's become a serious problem and is a real barrier to entry for new businesses, for economic growth. It's hurting our schools, it's hurting our families, it's burying our communities and our first responders. So yeah, we absolutely need to address it.
All right, everybody gets a chance to summarize. So we'll begin with a guy who has been a longtime member of a union and of course working for Verizon for most of his adult life, but now has decided to step out of that arena and, well, folks, make a run for office in Harrisburg, running for State Representative Mike Rossi. Mike.
Bottom line is, I've always wanted to help people. I've always helped people. My entire adult life has been about helping people, whether it was school board, foundation, union. It doesn't matter to me. My satisfaction is helping individuals grow, and that's what we need to do. We have a problem here. We are so idle now. Everyone's at a standstill. We have kids today that because they can't go to college don't believe that they're worth anything. I have to change that. I'm living proof of that. I got a trade school degree, but I didn't go to college. And I want people to understand that you don't have to have that 4-year degree to help. If you just have some common sense and you have a drive to work, that's what we need to do. That's what we need in Harrisburg. We need people that want to work and are willing to help others, not themselves, others.
All right, let's go to Rob Massey. Rob, 30 seconds.
Well, I think really you hit the nail on the head. With opportunity comes solving of a whole lot of problems, and I think continuing to work towards policies that help our individual constituents and treat everyone like they're your family, then they will know that you mean business and you're working towards that end, and look forward to that opportunity moving forward.
All right, Jared Gibbons. Jared.
As someone who was born and raised in Elwood City in this district, 5 generations of my family have been through here. We've worked, we've built this community. I want to continue to do that. I like I always have, will continue to fight for the people of my district, to fight for our families. It's my family. It's my friends. It's my neighbors. It's the people I've known all my life. I will continue to fight for them, for what they need, good jobs, good schools, and a good place to call home. So as we're working in Harrisburg, I'm going to make sure that your family is taken care of.
All right, Aaron McClellan running for Congress.
I'm frustrated with people that go to Washington and they either repeal it, defund it, shut it down, and they don't vote, don't solve a single problem. What we see are people, they give you somebody to blame, they give you somebody to be angry at, but they don't put a solution forward. There are no solutions being put forward at all. And I've been trained in scientific problem solving, that's what I've always done. And I'm looking forward to coming up with some really innovative ways to solve some of the biggest problems in this district, moving forward and making it a really wonderful place again.
You know, is that beautiful fall setting on the way home today through Plan 12 and seeing these young children play and hug each other and just enjoying a great fall day as we all did many years ago growing up in Western Pennsylvania. Their names, it's not important, but what is important, whether you have children or not, they will all work together in the next generation. It is up to us to make sure that they have an even playing field and, more importantly, an opportunity. Good night from St. Francis Cabrini with your Pratte Pack.